Hi there. Are you a YouTuber who desires to know exactly what they need to create on for them to be able to blow up on YouTube? You're gonna see in this video how that is possible through the power of the YouTube analytics. In essence, all the information you require is in front of you. It is how you go about consuming it that's gonna make the difference. So watch the whole of this video for you to know exactly what you need to do for you to be able to grow exponentially on YouTube and even have the chance of blowing up on YouTube with a video over and over. You are all much welcome to End Money Problems YouTube channel. My name is Afagza Sifuna. We have tens of thousands of YouTubers out there. Each and every YouTuber out there desire to grow very large on YouTube. Of course, we have a good number of them who, for example, have millions of subscribers. But even with this, it doesn't mean that you're going to continuously get views, because the YouTube business model, in essence, the algorithm changed, whereby it is pushing content out there video by video. Just because you have many subscribers doesn't mean, for example, all your videos are going to be pushed to everyone out there. No, your videos need to be awesome for them to be pushed out there to people, as you're going to see in this video. So the desire to grow doesn't really match with how fast a person grows. Rather, what they do for them to be able to be in the position to grow exponentially on YouTube. And as I've said, it's kind of fascinating, because all we need to know for us to be able to grow on YouTube is right in front of us in the YouTube studio, in the YouTube analytics, which in essence calls for us to be very savvy with regards to how we consume the YouTube analytics and also how we use it to our advantage. Given it is accessible to everyone out there, each and every YouTuber can see what is happening on the back end of their channel. In case you can't be able to use this information to your advantage, chances are you're going to be able to grow much faster compared to the competition out there. Having said that, I want to dissect to you 5 key matrices which you need to be on and on for you to be able to grow much faster on YouTube and even have an opportunity to blowing up on YouTube, because you're gonna know what people are looking for and even how they're responding to different of their videos out there. And with that, I'm gonna be sharing what the big goal is. In essence, for example, are you planning to grow the subscribers? And based on that, what aspects of the YouTube analytics are essential for you? And then, what is your call to action? In essence, what can you do, or how can you go about optimizing on these different matrices for you to be able to achieve your goal? And with that, the first goal is someone growing their subscribers. Of course, as I've said, gone are the days where YouTube was pushing a person's content out there just because they have a huge number of subscribers. Nowadays, it pushes a video at a time. But also with that, it is prestigious to have a high number of subscribers. Mostly because in case your subscribers, for example, have turned on the post notification, it's gonna mean that your videos are gonna be pushed to their feeds as and when you upload them. And also they're gonna be notified. And this is gonna assist you get the initial views, which are gonna send a positive signal to the YouTube algorithm and in essence trigger possibly having your video being pushed out there to many more people in case the video is awesome. So with that, it tells us that also the power of subscribers has not really subsided. In essence, we still need subscribers for us to be able to grow exponentially on YouTube. And with that, you need to check the metric of non-subscribe versus subscribe for each and every of your video, and also for the summary of your channel, for you to have a sense of how enticing your content is. And I'm saying so because chances are people out there don't subscribe to your channel because they have seen it for the first time. They subscribe because they are bought by the kind of content you are making. They also believe in what you are doing. Someone can watch, for example, 2, 3, 4 videos for them to decide whether to subscribe or not. And with this, it tells you one thing. In case you see, for example, people out there are not subscribing to your channel, your call to action is, first and foremost, you can also just put a call to action in your video, in essence, requesting your audience to subscribe. And secondly, you need to up the value you're giving your customers out there. Your audience is your customers. And if they feel the value given to them is not optimal, chances are they won't subscribe. But if they see, for example, by video 2, by video 3, by video 5, they are getting value upon value, chances are they're going to subscribe because they're going to know they need to be there for them to be able to continuously get value. So implement the call to action, telling the people in your video to subscribe. And of course, tell them to subscribe if you are giving value. And also avoid starting the video by telling them to subscribe, because that is a credibility killer. Give the value first, or give an excerpt of the value and then request them to subscribe, and then give them a whole lot of value. That way, chances are they're going to subscribe because they're going to feel you actually giving them value. And also for you, work very hard to improve your content for you to ensure you're delivering value upon value, right? And then a second metric which you also need to be on the lookout for, and the big goal for this is, how can you increase the number of views you are getting on YouTube? The metric which is going to assist you know how to go about it is you checking on the impressions and also impressions click-through rate. In essence, at what rate are people clicking on your video as of when YouTube is pushing your video out there to a number of people through different mechanisms out there, more so through browser features and also the homepage. How are people responding to this push? At the end of the day, regardless how awesome your video is, if people are not clicking on it, chances are you are setting up yourself for failure. So you need first of all to get them to the doorstep. Once they are there and they have a view of what's happening inside, and if that impresses them, chances are they're gonna be home and dry. But the main headache for most creators out there is, how can you get potential audience to the doorstep? In essence, how do you get them to click on the video that's being pushed to them out there? How can you get a high impressions click-through rate? That is your headache. But in case you say, for example, you're getting very low percentage on the impressions which YouTube is pushing out there, that tells you one thing. Your call to action is you need to ensure you up on a thumbnail game. In essence, how do you make that particular initial greeting to a potential audience more exciting? Maybe you saying hi doesn't cut it. How do you make that more exciting? In essence, you need to ensure you up on a thumbnail for you to get minimum people out there clicking on your video. But also with this, we're talking about you walking on a very thin line between you clickbaiting your audience and also you delivering what is appropriate and also enticing them to come on board. Ensure what is in your thumbnail is also in your video, because in case you clickbait them, yes, they're gonna click on the initial impression, but they're gonna bounce off your video out of when they land on it. So ensure what is on the thumbnail is also in the video and you're delivering value upon value. With that, you're going to be able to increase your views because YouTube is going to construe all the metrics around impressions, click-through rate, combined with other metrics out there to be positive, and in fact, it's going to push your video to many more people out there. So ensure the thumbnail is tight and also ensure your video is marvelous, right? Having talked about the two biggest goals for most creators out there, subscribers and views, which actually also translate to watch hours, let's talk about the three remaining metrics which are also very important. And metric number 3 is engagement. Guys, YouTube is in business. It is in the business of selling advertisements out there. In case your video is not engaging, it's gonna push videos for other creators out there which are more engaging. In essence, you need to work to see how your videos are more engaging. And with that, what matrices are you gonna use for you to be able to direct these from the YouTube algorithm and also from the YouTube analytics? When it comes to engagement, one of the key things which you're gonna see, for example, is the number of comments on your video and also the likes versus dislikes on your video. This is gonna tell you how engaging your video is. If it's not engaging, think of ways what you can do to make a video more engaging. Maybe you need to give more relatable examples to your audience. Maybe you need to add hooks and so forth. Think of ways to make your videos engaging, and of course, these I'm gonna share in details in other videos on this channel. And then the fourth metric also relating to engagement is audience retention. Guys, this is a very powerful goal which every creator out there needs to be very deliberate upon on how they can improve their audience retention. In essence, for how long are people watching your videos? As I've said, YouTube is in business. If you can't make people watch your videos for long, YouTube is gonna push a creator who's assisting people out there watch their videos for long. And there is a very interesting graph on YouTube, a retention graph, which shows you for how long people are watching your video. Of course, you can see the average time watching your video. You can see that very clearly. But beyond that, also we have a graph which tells you at what point people are dropping off your videos. Analyze that graph very well for you to know exactly why people dropped off your video, and go offline, rewatch that particular video, see what could be the cause for that. Maybe you have credibility killers in your videos. Cut on those. Maybe you have no hooks in your video. Ensure you have a good number of hooks which are gonna create that surprise upon surprise before you have the final prize in your video, right? And then guys, the last goal is, how do you know what is hot? What people are looking for? Under the YouTube analytics, we have information on search. In essence, what other things are people searching for beyond your video? Which other channels are people watching beyond yours? Which other videos are people watching beyond yours? It is quite interesting that all this information is there. More so, in case your video gets a good number of views. But most creators out there ignore this. Ensure you use this to your advantage.